Does my chair seem lower? I feel, yeah, it is.
There's a button underneath.
Yeah.
Just fit.
I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. You said that to me before. I know there's a button underneath the chair.
You want to have a show meeting real quick, or do you have something you want to talk about?
No. Let's do this.
We have a show meeting.
I mean, I have stuff I want to talk about, but this is important.
Okay, we need to have a very quick show meeting about the rundown.
What? Oh, god dang it! Did I not put the thingies in?
Yeah, dude. Hey, but here's the frustrating thing. You put in some of them.
Yeah, like, I don't know how that happened. Oh, I do know. I was very tired. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know what? Just leave them blank. Just leave them blank. I'll be. Well, sorry, Kyle.
Eunice is good at her job, so she used.
I didn't mean
what's on the.
I was questioning whether she was good at her job. I was just saying.
She made the lower thirds.
Thank you, Eunice.
But we gotta make sure.
Lower thirds are the things that when you're watching the video cast show up at the bottom where it says like LeBron might not do this. Just so you know. Sorry, Kyle. We were talking about.
Hey, don't apologize to me.
Sorry, Eunice. Sorry, I was too busy talking about.
She was so mad in here earlier.
I'll bet she was throwing stuff.
Yeah. Never seen her so upset.
You were telling me that you've told me this before, and I know this. There's a lever under the chair that makes it go down and up. And I think Matty George was in here yesterday, if I remember correctly, because the Grant and Doug's plane was delayed forever to go to Cleveland. So it was Matt George and my guy Jay Johnson that were doing the Grant and Doug show. So that must have been a Matt thing. And so I got in here and my chair is too low. And, Kyle says, well, put your hand under the chair and lift it up. Here's the thing. I don't put my hand under chairs. That's actually a thing with me. I don't put my hand under chairs. And I don't know if this is a scientific thing or not, but I'll bet you it is if they did a study. I think if you took office chairs, and I'm talking about shared office chairs, bar stools, any chair that is shared at work or in a public place, and I've long wanted to see this study because I think I'm right. And I think if you turned it over and took, I don't know if a black light would do it or not, I think 94% of those chairs would have boogers underneath them. I'm dead serious. I think 94% of all publicly used chairs would have boogers underneath. Good morning, everybody. And I don't want to, you would not stick your finger in somebody's nose for recreation. I don't want to touch under a chair and I'm because I'm very weird with germs. I'm not quite a germaphobe, but I'm close. And I know that doesn't fit my brand, but I'm actually very weird about that stuff and very, very clean. It's a long thing. It's a tick I have. And if you reach under and you touch one, they've dried. So they're going to pop right off and perhaps in your hand. I don't want to do that. So I will just push my short chair aside and I will grab the proper chair. Thank you. 339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You can text us at 44-1140. Wow, we just got right into the topics today. That's amazing. We went right into it. I didn't even have that on the rundown, nor to have a lower third.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Can I get you something real quick?
Go ahead.
It's time to call Sierra Pacific to get up to $1,600 off a new Lennox furnace. I don't know if you knew that, but that's something I'm going to get right into today. Keep your home cozy and warm this winter. 800-551-3040 or SierraPacificHome.com.
Sometimes people like to put pictures of me eating out on social media. What'd you look at me like that for? You think I said
no reason.
Okay. When I go to a game, I put myself out there because I nervous eat. It's popcorn, something, whatever's in front of me, I'm probably going to eat it. And it became a thing a few years ago where people would take shots of me eating. There's a very infamous photo of me eating, and I was sitting at the scorer's table.
Let's make sure we're getting the language right here. You're not eating, what is it, a cupcake, a brownie?
It's a brownie.
It's a brownie. You're not eating that thing. You are destroying that thing.
I dislocated my lower jaw like a snake.
You are Thanos, and you are snapping on that brownie.
Brownie had no chance.
No chance.
Well, somebody screenshot it years ago because it was on TV, and you had then Warriors coach Mark Jackson in front of me. They were going to break. Kings were up 22-18, by the way, on the Warriors. And I'm just pounding this brownie, but I'm also holding my phone in my right hand. And it looks like I'm taking a selfie of me eating a brownie. Now, thank God people are weird, because at the exact same time that photo was taken, what's even more amazing is somebody took a photo behind me at the exact same time, so you can see from the back angle. I'm not taking a selfie. I'm watching the 49er game. That was a Sunday afternoon game. I'm watching the Niner game on NFL Sunday Ticket. Well, my wife was sitting next to me, and that rear angle photo, this is why I'm bringing it up. The rear angle photo shows myself and my wife both wearing matching Jimmer Fredette jerseys while cheering on the Sacramento Kings. And that's what I kind of took from all that yesterday. It was so weird because I got as much crap for wearing the Jimmer jerseys as I did eating the brownie. I don't understand that. He was on the team, and I still like Jimmer. It's more about I like his wife Whitney is awesome, and they're super great people. And
I've heard nothing but wonderful things about them.
They truly are wonderful people. And if a player is good on the Kings, I'll be a fan of them no matter what. If they're good, and I shouldn't say good. If they're on the Kings, I'm almost automatically a fan of theirs.
With the word good there.
Yeah. If they're on the Kings, I'm going to automatically be a fan of theirs.
Right.
If they're on the Kings and they also take an interest in the community and they do great things in the community, I love you for life. It's one of the big reasons I'm such a Boogie Cousins fan. And Jimmer and Whitney were great in the community. Mm-hmm. Proud to wear their jerseys. By the way, I know it was all in fun, and I'm not really upset about it at all.
It's funny in hindsight.
Not 1%. But people are like, oh, man, what's even more embarrassing is you wear the Jimmer jersey. I'll still wear the Jimmer. I don't care. I know you were. That's right. You got in there. I'm actually more proud. I'm actually more proud of that jersey than I am a DeMarcus jersey or a Vlade or a J. Will. I like when fans wear jerseys of guys. If I saw you rolling around in a
I have a Sean Livingston jersey.
Okay, that's fine. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? Andres Biedrins.
Dude, beans.
Wear one of his jerseys. That's great. I used to specialize in those kinds of rare. The guy that nobody wears the jerseys.
I have a Sean Livingston jersey and a Chris Borland jersey.
That's great.
And a Nick Young jersey.
That's terrible. Right? Anybody can get the. I'm not saying don't wear a De'Aaron Fox jersey. I'm not. Of course.
Right.
I would wear one.
Sure.
But maybe a Frank Mason jersey is kind of nice to wear, or Justin Jackson jersey. Maybe a I see some Scal jerseys rolling around.
I'd rock a Justin Jackson jersey.
Yeah, I kind of. Wait, would you?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
As a Warrior fan?
Yeah.
You wear a Justin Jackson Kings jersey?
Sure. I wouldn't wear it during basketball season.
Oh. That's so weird. I mean, I'm sorry. That's so foreign to me, and I don't understand that in my worldview. Right? Is that how you do it?
Yes.
Just saying, I just. Is that one of those, dude, we've won 3 out of 4 championships?
I'm not really concerned. You view this as a rivalry, and it's not.
Shut up, Kyle. From the 916, is anybody wearing a Ben McLemore jersey? As a matter of fact, my wife has, I think we both have one. My son has a Frank Mason jersey, but that's because his name's Mason. We took the 3 off of it. So he just has, it says Mason and
it's a little off center.
Frank Mason's phone number. Frank Mason's, yeah, his phone number's on the back. I saw someone in a number 0 Thomas Robinson jersey. Acceptable?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, it's very acceptable.
Yes, that's awesome.
If I see a Quincy Doobie jersey rolling around, I'm going to high-five you.
The more random the jersey, for me, the better.
Yes. Anybody can get a De'Aaron Fox, DeMarcus Cousins, Chris Webber jersey. And that's okay. I'm not trying to shame those people. But don't shame my Jimmer Fredette jersey. I'm going to wear that to the next game I go to. Just to do it. Big show today. First half of the show, we're going to spend a lot of time just cleaning stuff up, including Kyle and I yelling about Rob Manfred wanting to ban the shift in baseball. We mentioned that a little bit.
Manfred slacks.
Huh?
Fred slacks.
Who?
The SNL bit with Garth Brooks.
No.
And Will Ferrell.
Grant Napier is going to join us at 7:35 from Cleveland. Kings didn't get off the ground in Arizona for a while, so that was a nightmare. He was doing a Q&A on Twitter for about 7 hours. Sam Amick will make his weekly appearance from The Athletic at 8:05. Kyle's Cold Hard Facts at 8:35, and then Scott Moak, PA announcer for the Sacramento Kings, with your Sacramento Republic as well. He's coming on. We have a very special announcement that has to do with the efforts to help out those affected by the fires in Butte County. So we will take a break. When we get back, Morning Brew, and we'll start the show for realses right here on Sports 1140 KHTK.
Drepko backdoor cut. KD goes to the rim and flies in for a two-hand slam for Kevin Durant.
Well, why are we playing a Kevin Durant highlight, you might ask? Maybe you're not asking that, because Kevin Durant said some interesting things. Kevin Durant is an enigma at times because he's so dislikable and he sets himself up that way. Yet he's also, at the same time, I find part of me very much liking him because he will speak what's on his mind, and either he doesn't care or he doesn't know how poorly it can make him look. I think he's truly, love him or hate him, I think Kevin Durant is truly one of the more fascinating sports interviews there is.
Yeah,
and by the way, he's really good at basketball.
And that's what you hear a common theme in a lot of the things that he says, and his justification for leaving Oklahoma City was, I just want to play basketball. I just want to hoop.
Yeah.
And he went to a 73-win team because that is where the pinnacle of basketball was going to be.
Yeah.
He doesn't. The issue comes in that if that's your whole thing, then stop responding to people. Like, he talks about how much he doesn't care, but then goes in on how much he cares about this stuff. And to say that LeBron in this specific instance is toxic when your own teammate just called you dispensable and a B word like a month ago.
We need to get into this more at 6:35 because that's how his comments are being taken, and I didn't take them that way.
No. He's right.
But I don't think he said. I don't.
Is the problem?
I think there are, and I'm not saying you are, but there's some misconstruencies. Totally not a word. Going on with what he said, and I want to break down what he said, and then LeBron. Just goes to show you how smart LeBron. He's the polar opposite.
LeBron
of Kevin
gets
Durant.
it, dude.
He totally gets it. His response to it was exactly what his response should be. For those who don't know what we're talking about, because we kind of just slid into analysis as we go to the number 2 on our Morning Brew here. Kevin Durant basically said he doesn't know, I'm paraphrasing, if LeBron will be able to get any star free agents because stars probably don't want to play with him because the environment around him is so toxic, it's just not worth it. Paraphrasing is basically what he said. I want to break that down a little bit at 6:35. Not second down, number 2.
On 3rd down and 7, Mariota takes the snap, looking, firing, caught, Davis towards the end zone, he goes, he gets in, touchdown, Titans, CD makes the catch, first lead of the day with 36 seconds to go.
All right, we're back to football. Hey, I don't like to, everyone bitches about Thursday Night Football, and I get it. And if I could snap my fingers for the good of the game and the good of the players, I'd say no more Thursday Night Football. No, I wouldn't. I would say keep Thursday Night Football, but you get an automatic bye. Like, on one side or the other, you get let the Players Association decide. You get it. Maybe I'd say automatic bye. Because I already don't like Tuesday and Wednesday without football. I've become now engaged. So when Thursday Night Football comes, I'm like, All right, so I got Thursday Night Football, which is kind of the unofficial kickoff to the weekend, if you think about it, because then the next day you roll into Friday, you got to get through work, and now you got your weekend. You're looking ahead to Sunday. I think, Kyle, in terms of my weekend, a lot of times revolve around sports.
Same.
So this week, I know I've got Thursday Night Football tonight, got Kings game tomorrow night, I believe they play Indiana Saturday night, football Sunday, and then a Kings game Monday. That's a great weekend. But then you look at the game, and sometimes those Thursday Night Football games don't really work out. Your Titans and the Jaguars.
Yeah, the NFL's done a good job with Thursday Night Football. Like, it's not going away. It sucks for the players, and it's harmful, but they have done a better job. They used to put, like, just not good matchups on Thursday and kind of hide it away. Well, they've figured out that good matchups on Thursdays are the better way to go.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be like a division, like week 14, AFC South going to be a tough division, 2 teams that were going to be vying for the top of that division, and it's not that. So this game looks much worse now than it did at the start of the year, but I mean, I'll tune in and out.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Thursday Night Football, it's better than, I think their old slogan was like, what? It's what's on. It's on.
Yeah.
And that's perfect because it's like, oh, it's on. I'll watch it. I guess I'll watch it. Number 3. Or numero tres for our bilingual listeners.
Machado pinwheels the bat. Nobody on base. 2 men out. Bottom of the 9th. 5-1 Red Sox. Sale winds. He fires. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It's over. The Red Sox have won the World Championship. The Boston Red Sox beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 5-1. They win the World Series 4-1. And the Red Sox become the first team in the 21st century with 4 World Championships. Can you believe it? They sprinted from the bullpen. They sprinted from the dugout.
Cut it off, would you? We get the point. All right, I
didn't realize
that's
that
okay.
Highlight was 10 minutes long.
I wasn't yelling at you. That's the final out. Manny Machado hitting a knee, making a sign like a K, because that's what he did. He struck out, and the Dodgers choked again. That's not what we're doing this for. We have no more time left in this segment, but coming up at 7:05, Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, wants to ban the shift, and it looks like he's getting support. And Kyle and I are going to yell at each other because you know what? It might be the first good thing the commissioner's done in a long, long time, Kyle. Love it. I absolutely love it. I wish they'd already banned the shift 4 years ago.
I am so excited for you to have this take because
Kyle's going to have stats, numbers, deep saber metrics.
No, not at all.
No? Okay. No? Really? That's kind of disappointing if you don't.
I have, never mind.
We'll talk about it at 7:05. Why don't you say that on the air? When we come back, we'll get into the Kevin Durant comments. Russell Westbrook did a nice thing last night as well. Not only did he do something in the record books, but he did something nice for a kid. We got a lot of stuff to get to next. The Drive starts in earnest. Sports 1140 High Earnest, KHTK.
This is Kyle Madson with your top stories on Sports 1140. Week 14 of the NFL kicks off tonight in Nashville. It's the 4-8 Jaguars at the 6-6 Titans. Tennessee looking to keep pace in the AFC playoff picture while the Jags look to play spoiler against their division rival. We'll have all the action for you right here on Sports 1140 beginning at 5 o'clock. We had a blockbuster trade in Major League Baseball yesterday. The Arizona Diamondbacks shipped all-star first baseman Paul Goldschmidt to the St. Louis Cardinals in exchange for a trio of prospects. Goldschmidt has 1 year left on his contract, and Russell Westbrook notched his 108th triple-double last night. That's the 108th triple-double of his career, not this season. That would be outrageous. In Oklahoma City's 114-112 win over the Nets, breaking a tie with Jason Kidd for third most all time. It's 8:33. Peak Financial wants to talk retirement. Dial pound 250 and say the word money.
Money!
Those are your top stories. Back to the Drive on Sports 1140 KHGK.
Here we go. The Drive
Here we go.
continues now.
Havana, na.
That's what she said.
It literally is what she said. She sang it, actually.
Saying it right now.
I said yesterday on Twitter, on response to what you said, you made fun of my Jimmer jersey. Remember that when you made fun of my Jimmer jersey?
Yeah.
Somebody caught me Remember that?
Yep.
Well, how do you feel now, Kyle? Because I responded to you. I quote tweeted you.
Uh-huh.
I said we were wearing Jimmer jerseys. Yeah, he was on the team. And I am proud to wear the jersey, so you can all eat one. That's what I said. You remember that response?
Yeah.
Well, how do you feel now, Kyle? Because during the break, look who liked that tweet and therefore saw your tweet.
Who?
Jimmer. Jimmer himself, Kyle.
Darn. We get it. Jimmer follows you on Twitter.
No, he doesn't, actually. Somebody said that to him. That's the best part. His wife does. He doesn't. Somebody sent him that tweet, obviously. Have fun with that next time you see Jimmer on the street.
Yeah.
Explain that to him.
I'll make sure to do that when I go to China.
Where
he's just
two-pieces you. Just comes up and left, right. You go, what'd you do that for, Jimmer?
That would be so funny after talking about like, oh, yeah, he's a great guy. He just wasn't great in the NBA.
He just comes up.
He's just like.
Socks you. What's up now?
Yeah, I couldn't crack the Knicks rotation. You really won 25 games.
Hey.
I'll still fight you.
Jimmer's dropping like 300 a night for Shanghai.
It's amazing.
What do you want? He's dropping a lot of points out there in old China. Did I tell you I'm going to I'm going to have stories on Monday. I'm going to see Ice Cube on Saturday.
Oh.
With Scott Moak, who will be joining us here at 8:45. We're going to have to talk about that. Ice Cube, E40, and a bunch of people I don't know.
I thought my response to you after you said eat one was a funny response.
It actually was. Go ahead and tell everyone what you said.
You said eat one.
Yeah.
And I said, because this is a picture of you just demolishing a brownie into your mouth. And in response to something I said, you said eat one. And I said, judging by the picture, you've got that covered.
Yeah, I ate the brownie, Kyle. I was hungry. I know who E40 is. Do you know who Mims is?
Yeah. Music is my savior.
Zap?
Nope.
Is that Zap like Roger and Zap?
No.
Like,
I don't think so.
I want to be your man. That one?
It can't be.
The Loonies?
Yeah, they sing I Got 5 on it.
I got 5 on it.
What concert is this?
It's I don't know. That's Ice Cube.
It's just an Ice Cube. It's not
I'm
like
gonna go see. I'm just gonna go see Ice Cube. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I did also ask another question. I asked another question yesterday online about sports, and Kyle, let me dip into the millennial dictionary here. Explain for everybody, please, because I am not millennial. Uh-huh. You are. Please explain to everybody what a stan is.
So in 2000, I think 2000, Eminem released the song Stan. Mm-hmm. It's on Rolling Stone's list of like the 250 greatest songs of all time.
Right.
And it's about this crazed fan who does some awful things.
Yes.
Because Eminem won't write back to him.
Writes him letters and stuff.
It's honestly a great song.
Dido sings to it.
Dido's in it. Yep.
Yeah.
And so people now say that you are a stan.
Because the guy's name was Stan in the song.
Right.
So you're a stan. You're a crazed fan.
You're a stan, yeah.
So I asked a question just for fun because I part of it was I knew it'd get a billion responses, and that's always fun to see people go at it. What are the current worst stands in sports?
Okay, I have this.
And let me just put that in layperson's terms. Whether it's a team, and really when I asked the question, I was thinking more of an individual. Who is the worst group of fans to deal with? Maybe they're crazy. Maybe they're lewd, graphic, angry, obsessed, whatever it may be. What is the worst group of fans to deal with currently?
Before we get to that, I want to talk about the best group of fans to deal with because I am a stan of Sierra Pacific. It's time to call Sierra Pacific to get up to $1,600 off a new Lennox furnace. Keep your home cozy and warm this winter. 800-551-3040. That's 800-551-3040 or SierraPacificHome.com.
So I want you to tell me what your answer is, and then I'm going to tell you just off of – I didn't comment back. I just counted the answers. I will tell you what the most popular answer was in the comments.
Okay, so Kobe Bryant is up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to the point that when I want to say something about Kobe Bryant, I will cryptically say it because I don't want to have to deal with it.
Sure.
LeBron James, same way. If you even as so much as suggest that somebody else is the best player in the league right now, because one of my LeBron James is the best player in the league. I know it. Everybody knows. But one of my favorite things to do is suggest that Stephen Curry is the best player in the league.
Sure.
I don't think he is. But when I do that, it makes people mad, and it's funny. Sneaky one, Derrick Rose. There are people who search Derrick Rose's name on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
To tell you how wrong you are and how he's going to get back to MVP form and how he's never done anything wrong in his life. And so what, he didn't know what consent means and all this other stuff.
Okay.
So those are the three.
Is there one that stands out, or would you say it's like a three-way tie for you?
No, I think if I'm ranking those, I think it's Kobe, LeBron, Rose.
Okay.
Maybe Kobe, Rose, LeBron, but I think Kobe's one.
So when it came to, people had different answers. They had individual athletes or teams.
Ooh, okay.
The team winner was the Cowboys, followed by Laker fan, Raider fan, Yankee fan, Red Sox fan. The individual award winner, by a wide margin, was Kobe Bryant stans. It wasn't like particularly close. You had some LeBrons in there. There were a couple of Derrick Rose mentions. Somebody said Ronaldo. Yeah, I don't know. And what I thought was funny, more than a couple people said Luka Doncic stands, which I understand. I get it. So I think what I want to do today.
Worst stands, Marvin Bagley stands or Luka Doncic stands.
I'm fine with that. By the way, the worst stands of all time, by the way, in any aspect, I think, that are Beyonce stands.
Oh, my gosh.
I won't even say Beyonce on Twitter. I won't even say I love Beyonce because 400,000 people will be like, wait, you don't worship her? You're going to hell.
I called her Jay-Z's wife once just to as trolling, and wow. I heard some things about my family that were very rude.
Later on in the show, I think I'm going to have to craft a tweet for the Twitter part of our audience. I'm going to have to figure out what to say about something about Kobe Bryant that isn't an out and out. Like, it's going to have to be something like Steph Curry. I know we got a break. It's going to be something, Kyle, like, I think it's become clear to anyone thinking straight that after this season, Steph Curry will have passed Kobe Bryant as on the greatest of all time list.
Can I?
Yeah, of course. We're in this together.
I think you need to say Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson?
Yes.
I don't know
because you're gonna get real, like, because the Steph is better than Kobe thing is already like an argument.
Oh, I know. I don't know that people would believe me. They'd be like, dude, you're just trolling. It has to be close. There has to be enough truth to it to where it will really freak people out. But I just have to say it with snark. Like, not Steph's better than Kobe. It has to be something like, I think we've gotten to the point where any self-respecting basketball fan, regardless of allegiance.
If you watch the games.
If you watch basketball and are a true fan of the game,
that's perfect.
I think you have to come to the conclusion that it is now obvious Steph Curry has eclipsed Kobe Bryant on the greatest of all time list. And then just sit back and
Trolls Day.
I'm going to have to ask some of our audience. I never asked for retweets. I want retweeted because I want maximum anger.
Yes.
With Kobe fans. We'll take a break. Kevin Durant stands. I'd comment on them, but there aren't any. He spoke.
There are three.
They're
all Kevin Durant.
They're all his burner account. Well, I'm a stand for Kevin Durant's feet. By the way, if you haven't seen those photos,
Durant.
We'll talk about his comments regarding LeBron James and why stars should not want to play with LeBron, and we're going to talk about whether or not he has a legitimate point. It's a Drive, Sports 1140 KHTK. Kyle was just talking to me off the air about Giannis's dunk over Blake Griffin last night. And when you said you just saw it with some random player he dunked over, I thought the same thing. I thought the exact same thing. It took me a second. If you didn't see it, Giannis backs down Blake Griffin and then just dunks right over him.
Like it looked like prime Shaq backing down like Dan Marley.
All right, don't bring Thunder Dan into this equation, please.
Just a guy. That's nothing against Dan Marley. Dan Marley's not guarding prime Shaq.
From the 5-3, if you want to see something, a meltdown, tweet something negative about Oprah. Nope.
Nope.
A lot of people.
There are so many cans of worms that get opened with that.
I'm not even touching
I'm not trying to open.
No, because it's all in fun, but I did get about, it was during the last Olympics. Man, I got legitimately scared at one point. Who's the lady on SNL? She was in Ghostbusters. Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones. She was doing.
I remember this.
You remember this? She was doing all this Olympic stuff, and I didn't even tag her. I said something like, "Is there a channel without Leslie Jones? Because these cutaways are dumb to me. I don't enjoy them. I want to see more Olympics." Right? Just that's what I said. Didn't tag her. Nothing. Didn't attack her personally. I didn't like that part of the Olympics.
Sure. Yep.
I had also commented on other things I didn't like about the Olympics coverage. I've commented on announcers. Man, somehow she found it, came at me hard, and I kept my cool. I was like, hey, all respect for your career. Like, I get it. I just don't like this, and I'm not going to treat you any differently than an announcer or anyone else. I'm commenting on what I see, just like I get comments on my job.
Right.
What I wasn't aware of at the time is that she'd apparently dealt with some horrific harassment on Twitter for other things I won't get into. And I was oblivious to it. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And the whole party came.
Oh, yikes.
Ugh. I never apologized. That was very important. I'll apologize if I do something really egregious or wrong and I feel bad about it. I like to think I'm a conscientious person, but
that's the issue with social media is people don't the context and the nuance
at
is
all.
Gone.
I didn't. But man, that was bad. Set the tweet out, Kyle. Just discussed on the Drive 1140. It has finally
tag.
It has finally become apparent, in parentheses, to anyone that actually watches basketball, that Steph Curry has eclipsed Kobe Bryant on any legitimate greatest of all time list. 3 responses so far.
Nice.
We'll update that. Oh, I think people are in on it. First response is Kobe was like a 45% or less shooter. It's not even close. By the way, that's an act. I do believe that to be true. I believe that to be a true statement as long as you don't count defense. Steph Curry is better than Kobe Bryant as long as you don't count defense. Then it's a conversation. But take defense out of the equation. I don't think Steph understands. I don't think Steph and
At what point am I allowed to bring up Steph's gravity?
Kevin Durant.
Do you even watch a game? He is the system. Hey. Don't say anything else. We have guests coming up.
Yes.
And where are they coming to?
Thank you, Kyle. We have a lot of guests coming up today starting at 7:35. In fact, the entire rest of the show is basically guests. We have Grant Napier from Cleveland at 7:35, and we'll check in on the Kings so far, where they're going. Also want to see how long he and the Kings were on I think they had to switch planes last night to get out of Phoenix. Yeah, it was bad. So Grant's going to join us at 7:35. Sam Amick of The Athletic at 8:05. I had a great off-air interview with Sam Amick yesterday about things that had nothing to do with basketball. We just were BSing on the phone last night like my wife and one of her friends for a while. And, and I was like, oh, dude, you're coming on tomorrow. Why are we even talking? Go away. 8:35, Kyle's Cold Hard Facts brought to you by Coors Light. And then Scott Moak is going to help us announce our next Do One Thing challenge for you. All of that via the Fire Wings hotline. 21 different flavors to choose from. Firewings.com. Just wing it. Kyle, the segment got away from us. Kevin Durant said, as far as playing with LeBron James, it depends on what kind of player you are. If you're Kyle Korver, it makes sense because Kyle Korver can fit into that, that system. But Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, he said, no, if you're a younger player like Kawhi, trying to pair him with LeBron doesn't make sense. So much hype comes from being around LeBron from other people. He has so many fanboys in the media. Even the beat writers just fawn over him. So I get why anyone wouldn't want to be in that environment because it's toxic, especially when the attention is BS attention, fluff. It's not LeBron's fault at all. It's just the fact that you have so many groupies in the media that love to hang on every word. Just get out of the way and let us play basketball. No, we have a lot to unpack there, but we can't do it right now. But it sounds
like a
like
Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio thing.
Sounds like a combination of I understand his point and good points, and I can see where he's coming from, and also stop being a hater, dude, because part of me, that sounds to me like Kevin wishes he had groupies and fanboys in the media. That's kind of what I got out of that, too, is everything he says gets torn apart on social media, gets torn apart by the media. Everything LeBron says, he's held up as like a hero to the world.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? When we come back, baseball in December. We'll spend a quick segment on this because Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, is thinking about banning the shift. We'll explain what the shift is for the three of you that don't know. He has support for this and why it makes Kyle in his Cubs outfit very, very angry.
I had to go north side today.
We'll talk about that next on The Drive. Sports 1140 KHTK.